decided that this is the side that's going to be exposed, and this is going to be the top, and the pendulum will be down here. So in other words, this design will be down there. Now, one of the viewers asked me, did I sand both sides or did I just sand one side? And well, I did both sides. But what you saw yesterday was I did this side twice. And when I came downstairs this morning, I ran it through 2 more times, but I did not raise the conveyor on the sander. I just let the sanding belts just barely rub on it. You might say from the flap of the belt, sort of like almost like a flap sander. Just very lightly sanded it. I'm noticing that there are a few little lines here, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, if I go over this with the palm sander with say 80 grit and just carefully not go too much in any one spot. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to work my way up to 600, but not until after I get this cut. Now the top part here is going to be narrower. It's only going to be exactly as wide as the hood. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the hood all the way to the top or if I'm going to allow a little bit at the top here. Anyway, let's take these off and see if the pins, I'll turn it so you can see it, and we'll just find out, are these pins going to stick in the wood, which is okay, as long as they don't break off when I try to pull them out. They're actually only in there maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Okay, now here to give you an example of how hard that wood is. You know, this is much thicker than what those pins are in, and yet the walnut is holding it. Mind you, this spruce is extremely soft. It's almost like balsa wood, so what do you expect, right? Anyway, get my pair of pliers here and see if I can pull these out now. Okay, a person has a tendency to think that just hang on to it and bend it over, but my experience is if I do it like that, I'll end up breaking it off. I really think it's going to come out okay. Okay, so it didn't. Well, the good news is that I'm going to be cutting off about 3/4 of an inch on each side anyway, and so I don't need to worry about my blade, you know, catching the metal. And I don't know how hard these things are. They're probably pretty hard. I imagine they take the edge off a blade. Anyway, things don't always go as planned. Now, before I ran this board through the sander, I checked very carefully in several places, and it was a full 3/4 of an inch thick. Now, as you're going to see here, we've lost not even a 32nd of an inch. So, yeah, I was able to run it through a few times and only lose, well, let's call it a 32nd of an inch. That's not too bad. Well, the die is cast. This is going to be the sides. Now to this piece here, I got to get the top and the bottom sill. And this won't necessarily be as long as it is. It'll probably, be sculpted a little bit. It's probably going to be about, I imagine, this long. I'm just guessing. I don't know yet. Got myself a nice little piece of veneer here. I don't know if I'll ever be able to use that, but I may as well hang on to it. Okay, as for this piece, I have to decide which end of this I want to use. You'll notice it's got quite a color change here. And on this side it's kind of bad, so that means that if I do the top and the bottom out of here, it's going to not match too badly. All that's going to be seen is the edge on the top and the bottom. You won't see the actual top or the actual bottom of the hood. Yeah, so I got to do a little bit of planning here. The top and the bottom has to come out of one end and the dial board out of the other. It might look alright if the dial board was slightly a different color. I don't want to have to go back to the lumberyard and get more of this walnut. So I got to do some careful planning here. Very careful planning. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.